call me.
Yeah, what do you got?
You call me for it.
So, we had problems, so Marv Lindsay is on a septic and a well, right? And so my understanding is you guys are gonna go right past Marv Lindsay with water and sewer. You guys, or the city owns Marv Lindsay now. And we've had a few problems with the septic, minor problems, but I didn't know if you guys would want to hook up water and sewer to it. Yeah, Marv Lindsay doesn't have any money to pay for it. But I didn't know if future plans in Marv Lindsay and all that, I know it's packed. The amount of ball games and stuff that place gets, it is always packed. So I don't know if you guys realize, I didn't realize it until I started coaching, but the amount of games he schedules. But he thinks how he's a local guy, brings tournaments to town. And a lot of times Benton teams aren't even playing in these tournaments. These are huge statewide baseball tournaments. And Jim Thompson sends a pod over to play in Benton. And usually Benton's not even playing. And so then what we do as like a 9U team is we work the concession stands one weekend. Each team needs to work the concession stands for a weekend, and that's kind of how we raise money to do backstops and the baseball stuff. But as far as the plumbing goes, the well is what it is. We haven't had much problems with the well, but it's pretty crappy water. They don't have a softener or any water conditioning products, so it's hard on the toilets and stuff like that. And then the septic's just it's got a big pump in there that has to pump up and go out. And I didn't know if you guys, as you were going right past it, if you'd like to stub in and hook up to it. It's a lot to ask, because we want it to be done for free, but,
So with all these tournaments that he's hosting out of Marv Lindsay, how much does he pay you guys to host them there?
I don't know that number. I didn't think it was very much.
I know he makes a lot of money hosting those tournaments.
I wanna say it's like maybe a couple $100 a field.
Which is probably not
But-
even a percent of what he's bringing in.
But at all the other fields, he also gets the concessions. Cause he brings in trailers with concessions. So, he gives us the concessions. Which then we get probably maybe $2,000 a weekend. I mean, the last one we did, I think we had like $4,000 in our money bag. But then, you know, you gotta buy all the hot dogs and everything, so I think it's about a 50% markup, so. That's, every weekend you get $2,000, that usually covers a couple backstops and a couple loads of line and the bills and that kind of stuff, so. But I thought it'd benefit you guys, since it's your property, to water and sewer, then every drop of water we use would go through the meter, and we pay you, sewer rate and water rate.
I don't know if that works that way with a city-owned property.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
it does, it does.
I mean, we're renting it, or leasing it, or whatever, I don't know any of that. Dusty and Scott, and those guys know it, but. It was, we had a problem. And I went out and pulled the pump and that kind of thing, and then I talked to Chris about something else, and it just kinda led to, well, we are running right past it, maybe we would want to do this.
Is that just a sand point, or is that
Well, I don't know that, it might be, it's,
the sand point for the pump?
no, I'm talking the pump from the septic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't mess with, we haven't had any problems with the well yet, that I know of.
Do you water the fields?
there's only one spigot, and so, you need a really, really long garden hose. Like last night, we had a game and I strung out like 125 foot of hose just so I could water the dish. That's all I could get. But no, I would love Schminky to put us in a tap in each field, but that costs money too.
So we'll probably be better off with well, if you're actually gonna use a lot of water.
Well, kinda what I was talking to Chris, if I had it my way, I would keep the well and just that one spigot, and then if someday we could get some more yard hydrants at each field, that would be well water. But the concessions would be, I would much rather the treated water coming out of the water towers.
So how big a line would you be thinking going in there?
I would like a bigger line. If I was in charge, I would want a big line to do some of those tankless toilets, you know, with the Sloan valves,
2-inch?
probably 2-inch going in.
How much you come up with, Craig? I think at the last meeting, I said come up with the cost, how much was gonna do it.
I don't think I was here, was I?
Yeah, whenever this got brought up, I think you were there.
No, he wasn't at the last meeting.
No.
Well, I know I said it to somebody. We come up with a number.
I think at 1 year, one of the contractors would almost donate their time to put it in, maybe for some free advertising, maybe. But
Well, my question would be, the city owns the property. In my mind, that well would then be considered a public water source.
It does
And
right now.
is there any testing that takes place on that well? And what kind of liability does this?
Well, that's what I say, is that a sand point well, or is that a
Is it a deep well?
deep well?
I don't know that, I've never looked at it.
Is there a pressure tank sitting on top with a shot well
Or a
pump?
pump sitting on top of a pressure tank?
I don't think it even has a pressure. Where would the pressure tank be? The pressure tank would be in the,
Should be in the water room.
I'm trying to pick, it would be in the concession stand area of it. I know that's where the water comes in, I'm trying to picture the, there would have to be a pressure tank. But I don't think there's a pump,
So it is a deep well.
so it'd probably be a deep well. Cause
It
yeah,
shouldn't
cause
be
there's a
that
wellhead
deep,
outs, yeah, there's a wellhead outside. That-
Okay.
Yes, okay,
Okay.
and then that would mean the pressure tank's right inside, probably under this counter. That's kinda hidden, so
Small pressure tank.
small little pressure. And right now, there's 2 toilets, 5 toilets, and a urinal that doesn't have enough pressure to,
Those tank or, those are tank.
all tank toilets, and then 1 3/4 swimming valve for the urinal. So it sucks the water out there, it does.
It'd
Don't
be
you have a
like,
12-inch on the other side of the road right now?
well, that'd be like the fairgrounds before everything got changed out there. When they'd have races on Sunday nights, the women's side would be completely full of toilet paper by the end of the night, cause the tanks couldn't keep up, so,
And that's kind of our problem now.
yep, that's what I thought.
Is that on a Saturday and a Sunday, and all 4 fields are going, there it is. I mean, you guys see the parking lot.
Right,
And every car has 2 adults and 1 kid in it, and, yeah, it's a packed house.
I'd like to see some numbers,
How close is the sewer?
5 mils per road,
yeah.
about 18 foot deep,
Yep.
15 foot deep,
That's 20, or how big is that?
36.
36,
What road, the gravel road?
yeah,
Is that gravity or is it force right there? Gravity?
That's all right.
that's all gravity, yeah.
Nate, is there a drinking fountain out there? On the exterior of the building?
No,
I'm sure kids probably fill up water bottles and stuff from the hydrant.
Yeah. Actually, there's not really a good place to, I mean, people just buy bottled water.
People will come into the concession stand and fill up at the sink, the kitchen
Yeah.
sink.
Yeah, it's just the same water, so. Like I said, I'd like to see
Yep.
what the price is gonna be, and if someone would donate that.
Street department probably
That's damn nice of you, Scott.
Sure. Yeah, I'll make some calls. I guess I'll have to know how far you wanna go with it. With the, I guess, first concession thing.
Yeah, I can figure out where it comes out.
How many feet is it roughly?
You looking at 150 feet at least.
Yeah, just, I guess 200.
I'd say,
300.
I'd say it's a football field
Yeah.
or more. That's 300.
Now you don't wanna go across the outfield, do you? I wanna avoid the,
I just go right up, cause it comes out the
Right.
north side of the,
Concession stand.
yeah. So you just fall right alongside that parking line.
And a 2-inch plastic water main.
We could put 2-inch plastic in.
Yeah. Yeah. If we would get it up there, I'm gonna guess you'd be taking it on in and taking care of everything.
We're gonna have to take it right down the road, right? The gravel road or the?
Yeah, by the entrance, and then water would probably be best if water wrapped around and came back in.
Yeah, you could take the water line between the fields, and that way you can tap into them and put additional yard hydrants on it while you're going.
That's actually a really good idea. Cause you could hit, yeah. That'd be awesome.
you do that when you put it in then?
So it's digging it up again.
I feel like, and I'm probably speaking out of line, I feel like if you're running it in and we put like the meter pit out by the road, so that's metering out there, and then you would,
That'd be a really big meter. I mean, you're gonna have an 1.5 inch or a 2-inch meter, and it's not gonna fit in the pit unless you get the right size
Well,
pit
good,
for it.
yeah.
you get a
Yeah,
big,
they're about $2,000.
Yeah, so it'd be better to put the meter in the building.
well, what Bud was saying is as I went past those fields, tee off and head south to a couple of the fields, so I need a meter out by the.
I do understand that, but
We might have some old manholes that we can.
put it down in a,
So if you came off the other side of 25th, up between the fields, then come down in between the fields down to where the, if that's the concession stand, I think it is, it's like 800 feet.
I got 480, 481.
We're not running the same way then.
he's talking between the fields, you're talking straight off the road, down the gravel driveway.
Yeah, you're bringing water straight across, I'm bringing it down across between the fields and then down between the fields. So you can drop off a yard hydrant, yard hydrant, yard hydrant.
How many yard hydrants do you want? How many yard hydrants are you thinking?
That would be 3, that'd be 1 for each field. You're probably gonna want 1 right down at the,
You're bringing 2 inch a lot further than you need to, if you're gonna do it that way.
No, you gotta take it all the way. You gotta take it all the way to feed those flush valves.
Yes,
Well,
but
but
his way is,
his way is the short way,
With
and then
2
you
inch.
could bore to where they'd have a hydrant out here, and that would actually be cheaper than digging 800 and some feet.
The cost between 2-inch plastic and 1-inch plastic isn't huge.
that's what I was wondering.
I
It's
don't
gonna be
know,
the same
we
amount
just
of
did
labor.
that for
Yes.
beast food, and it wasn't much more.
But 400 foot more is 400 foot more.
Mm-hmm. And then the sewer agri, that'd be about 500 feet.
Yeah. 500 foot, you think it's 15 foot deep?
Yeah, but you can bring it up really quick.
12 to 15 over.
They tap into the 22 instead of dropping right straight into it.
I'd have
Although you
about-
might wanna drop straight into it, otherwise you're gonna,
Well, that would be about 10 foot fall, over 10 foot of fall.
yeah.
So, too much for gravity. Are you gonna pump it over there?
I could run 6 inch at a 1/4 inch per foot, you'd be at probably 11 foot fall, and so if it's 15 foot, we'd be, well, so we'd almost have to come right off of it without much drop. I mean, that's close, depending on what we're leaving the building at.
How full does that main run? You know?
After it rains, it's about 3/4 full.
Never
Dry,
goes full.
it's 1/4 full. Or full, I guess.
And more than 2-inch rain.
Well,
Did you?
it's worth looking into. You need to find out if somebody's
Close.
willing to do it
Yeah.
cause that actually, you're gonna have to get a band on that, even if you tap it off the top, you're gonna have to get a band on it, so you're gonna have to dig around it, so you're gonna have to have a big enough hole to do that, and a box and everything else, so it's not gonna be a cheap undertaking.
Might be about cheap to put the water line in, so I'll get a price on it.
They have to use more gravity across the highway over to Bascom's. Pick it up over there somewhere. Not 15 foot deep.
Yeah, I think that ditch is too
It's
deep
still
for
deep
that.
over there.
What's that?
It's still deep over there.
Is it?
It all feeds into that.
If I had my
That
way,
ditch
I'd
is-
put it in the outfield, all those little fields that right behind second base, there'd be a little in-ground spigot. You just have this little 1/4 turn fitting and you just hose the whole field in. And now you have hydrants.
So you'd have a ground hydrant, yeah.
And you just, it's got this little adapter, so it's always live and you need 1 inch hose and you can just sit there and hose the whole infield down.
Yeah, can't do much. We need numbers. We'll get some sort of estimate from somebody. See
I
what
can-
it is.
I mean, between you and me, we could probably do that. Come up with a number.
I'll get prices on material.
But if it's gonna end up running that flat, you might wanna go upsize a little bit there.
Go up to 6.
You know, if you're at a 6 now, I mean, that's where you're gonna run the sewer 6 or 6-inch sewer, right?
I'd run a 4 inch sewer would cover that building with like 100 and, I'd have to look in the book, probably 180 foot, probably go 180 foot.
But if we just looked at that, and it's running that flat,
Right.
that close, they usually go up a size of
So
pipe.
go up to 6, so we go up to 6. Run it all
Yeah,
in
but you
6.
don't wanna run it too flat with one.
I think if we did our math, we're just right there, right at the 1/4.
how accurate is that 15-foot number?
I'll have to pop a manhole.
And is there a manhole right there we can tie into? Nothing up there?
It's on the north side of the creek.
Down where the pump sits all
Where
the
the pump
time.
But if you go, if you take the sewer between the fields, there's probably a manhole up there. You're going farther than, so.
Well, getting to that other side of the creek, isn't that hard?
That
Still
creek's
cut-
pretty deep though.
You're still cutting through a road, you're still getting over to it. Now, you guys sort it out, just find out what the number is. Long story short, we'll take it under consideration.
That would be awesome.
You available in the morning to go out there and look things over and measure.
You wanna find our ball diamond contracts and review that, see what it says? There is one, she's seen it, she's shown it to me once, I've seen it, when we bought the property.
Oh, yeah, that. I can do that. We can dig that out.
Should probably better see what that reads, before we go crazy.
Lease agreement.
Just so you guys know that aren't involved in youth baseball, I've learned a lot about it, but we have some of the nicest fields between here and Cedar Rapids. Now granted, there's like Prairie Meadows or whatever that have millions and millions of dollars in turf fields and craziness. But when we have to travel to Cedar Rapids and play a 9-year-old game, a lot of times we don't even have roofs over the dugouts. The fields are terrible. Marv Lindsay's like, I kind of look at it and it's like, man, this place needs a lot of work. But then you go traveling to Cedar Rapids, and we got it good where we're at. I mean, we got some good, a really good complex. A lot of work gets put into it, a lot of pride is taken out there, so I think it's worth it. I think it's gonna, I would love, I got too many little kids to give up on it now, and I'm gonna be living out there, I should just build a house out there. Like, I'm out there like 5 nights a week anyway, so.
Why don't you do that? Then we can steal off your water and sewer.
Perfect, I'll run it in.
See, problem solver,
Yeah.
you build the house and we'll go ahead and tap into it.
I'd be money ahead, probably. Or camper hookups. Camper out there. I always live out there.
Anything else you want? Turf?
God, I mean, that's only like $1 million a field, so if you got an extra 4 million laying around,
We don't need that much, they sell that stuff at Menards, we can go out there and roll it out there.
that would be nice.
We could run a pipe from the effluent and you could water with that. It wouldn't cost you
Yeah.
anything to
It's
water.
good enough to drink, you should be able to. Maybe like Las Vegas, repurpose all their wastewater.
Yeah.
I think Iowa City does too down there.
They start doing that?
Yeah, they've been for years, but.
Extra fertilizer in there, it makes the grass grow.
Baskin was worried about the dust, wait till they see the smell, or hear the smell. Lovely. to the end of the agenda. Oh my God, it's at the end of the agenda. It's literally item F out of I.
Now, we do have baseball practice, if you're willing, I would go catch the tail end of practice, but if you're willing to move it up to, well, you don't have to do that.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna get approved. I don't know, I wouldn't say that.
You might have.
I go fast, I don't think I can go that fast.
But it's up to you. I can say-
Are you looking at replacing both right now, or there's two systems, right?
Just one of the systems.
Let's combine.
You got one here and one in the rec center, right?
Are you talking
We
rec
did
center
one
one?
here.
And there's
Oh, we got this
two
one done
systems in
already?
the rec center.
It's one system is getting replaced.
Oh,
This one's done, Andrew.
Ductwork.
oh, with Duckworth.
Yeah. Still hot back there? Cause the offices just have 1/6 run.
Yeah.
That would just work. So they're complaining about how hot they, and the thermostats in Matt's office.
Yeah.
So it's,
Weird little setup.
yeah, so.
They're good right now with your portable AC, Chris. They're good with your portable AC and AC. I'm not.
You're not. I'm sorry, I only had one at home.
I have one.
I only had the one portable.
We'll see how it goes tonight.
Get a fan.
I have two of them on there now.
Get three.
I mean, I'm not.
But the furnace one, the AC.
Oh,